Turn up the truth. Back with another video. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about my past career in concrete and the particulars about the concrete reside around a machine. I'll be talking about how it's set up, what it's used to set up, uh, what we're setting up. Um, so let's get started. Um, I did it for 6 years out west in Red Deer, Alberta. The company that I worked for was Proform Concrete Services. If anybody wants to validate if you feel that my word isn't good enough for you, which is fine and dandy because that's kind of the whole reason why we're in this whole flat earth mess. So, or globe mess, I should say. um, but yeah, you could validate for yourself. Proform Concrete Services in Red Deer, Alberta, Canada. Um, so the machine, like I said, it's called a Gamaco. There are many different models. I ran a 3200 GT, a Commander 3, and a Curb Cadet, many other machines. Uh, and the way that this machine is, the specific machine, which would be the 3200 or any other machine, is set up the same except this 3200. Because of the advanced computer system on board. Now, the 32 or the 3600, sorry, does have a computer system that runs sensors, but it's nothing like the 3200 computer system. And so this machine, the heart of it, is designed to run on a string line. It is a stretched out string across the vast distance, and pins are set up so far apart to strengthen the line so that it is flat and straight. And the sensors on the left side of the machine, depending on the right side of the machine, depending on how the machine is set up. Mine was on the left. The sensors will ride along the string very precisely, to the millimeter. And if you touch that string, even a millimeter, that machine moves up and down with the line. So if that line is not straight and flat and parallel, it is not going to pour straight, flat, and parallel. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Because we're on a flat plane. It's plain and simple. Sorry, I'm just looking at my notes here. They suck at broadcasting. Yes, the levels. So the machine is actually set up with not just one level. It actually requires 3 different levels. You need a 2-foot, a 4-foot, and a 6-foot. And these are for measuring the distances and measuring for the slip form and the trimmer. The machine rides on legs that go up and down with hydraulics. And it does not do curves. Up and down, left and right, it will do corners, left and right, you know. But it can't go like, you know, over it can't go like down, you know what I mean? Like, the thing goes like maybe 5 miles an hour. It does have planetaries in the tracks, but the force that you would be putting on the legs would make the machine tip over once it goes past a certain curve point. Technically, we would call that a slope because that's all it can do is a slope. It wouldn't be able to do a curve. So the curvature formula thing is kind of screwed up. And even with the whole ball curvature thing, I think it, you know, it's just my opinion, but I think it's funny that none of my surveying equipment ever portrayed this place being a ball. It was always, you know, I was measuring it was on a flat surface. I'm measuring level. I use a screed, which, you know, we throw a bunch of concrete and form and it levels it off. So you know, when you walk on your sidewalks or a runway or wherever we're putting concrete down, that it's flat. Because if it's not flat, you're gonna trip. That's what they call a granny tripper. It's when it sticks up. You'd notice that, you know. And they say all the time, well, there's mountains here, so you're going around the curvature. You're going up a mountain and you're coming back down the other side. That's not going around curvature. You're just going over an obstacle that's in your way. So, and like I said, my surveying equipment doesn't tell me that this place is a ball. It tells me that I'm measuring on a flat surface. So, like I said, the sensors follow the string, and if that string, even if the machine was full of gas, ready to go, it won't run without that string. I mean, you could drive it yourself without the computer system driving the machine, but it ain't gonna be straight. I'm telling you right now. I've tried, and he ain't gonna do it. I know. I've wasted a lot of concrete. So that string is vitally important. Vitally important. If it's not flat with the surface of Earth, so that we can lay down a concrete whatever, it has to be flat. So, another thing about my career for traveling is Fort Mac. I did all the airports, Edmonton and Calgary, but Fort Mac being, well, 9 hours away from Red Deer where I lived at the time. 9 hours is a long time. That's not just a couple of kilometers. That's not just 36 kilometers or, you know, 100 and some kilometers. That's 9 hours. Okay, and I've done that trek too many times, too many, and it's flat. It's flat. And just before 2 hours, just before you get to Fort Mac. There's a little town called Grasslands. Um, Nice little restaurant there. Nice food. Uh, from Grasslands to Fort Mac, on both sides of you, are 2 hours of nothing but trees on both sides. Flat. Flat. All the way there. And as far as your eye can let you see, the land is yours to look upon. Many times. I now live in Ontario. So I left 10 years ago, obviously. And I've came back, forth, lots, the whole drive. From here all the way to Alberta is flat. It's flat. Doesn't even resemble. Like when I'm going across the prairies from Manitoba to Saskatchewan to Alberta, you don't get to the mountains until just before or just after Calgary going west. Okay, so from Red Deer all the way to Manitoba is flat as hell. It's flat. So, like the airports I've done, the runways are massive, massive. And not just the runways, the padding, the concrete lay that goes underneath the foundation where the buildings are built. Like not a small area, not a little park, a massive area. And it's flat. There's no curve. Our tools don't allow curve at all. A mag is flat. A screed is flat. A bow float has a little bit of a fucking bow in it, but that's to pull the fucking cream up. The finishing tools that you use. Finish. That means almost done. The tools you use to finish the job are flat. So, I don't know what to tell you guys. So, the machine, the trimmer on the front, it digs out dirt to a certain level. And you could have an even grader do it. A grader has a leveler. A leveler in a grader. So, sorry, excuse me. So, what I'm trying to say here is, this is my experience. I did this for 6 years. I went from green guy to green guy killer to machine operator. And I'm telling you, this machine, it's running flat. Okay, no question. If that string ain't flat and straight, or curving this way, but this way, no, ain't gonna do it. Ain't gonna do it. I'm telling you right now. It has to run flat. You excavate all of the dirt, and they come in, they grade the dirt back down, compact it, and it's a big flat surface that we start building on. A driveway. A roadway. Why is it flat? Why are they all flat? Because Earth is flat. This place ain't a ball. Okay? So this is my testimony as a concreter and as a flat earther. Thank you for watching. Take this with heed. Please feel free to look me up. Again, Proform Concrete Services, Red Deer, Alberta. Turn up the truth. My name is Keith Sherman. Peace.